Chris, thoughts on the performance this evening?
Pretty disappointed, to be fair. Thought we executed a lot, a lot better than we have done over the last couple of weeks for larger periods of time. I guess just when critical moments came up, we either couldn't win a line out or, we conceded pretty soft tries. So, all in all, it's a step up from where we've been, but it's not good enough, and we obviously, as a group, we're reasonably disappointed.
How much of a setback is it to your progress in terms of the Pro 12 having done so well in the last few weeks?
Well, I think, again, if we look at performance, we haven't actually played that well over the last couple of weeks. I think we've played pretty well tonight in a lot of areas. So we're in that situation where there's lots to be happy about and lots to be pleased about. I guess the key thing is that, again, we've just got to keep learning in these big games against teams like Leinster. They only give you a couple of opportunities. You've got to make sure you're ready to take them. And, we've learnt tonight that, again, we've got to make sure our preparations is spot on so we can take those opportunities.
Leinster certainly look to be title contenders in that sort of form, don't they?
Yeah, I guess, mate. I thought for large parts of that game we really tested them, and I thought, again, yeah, I mean, they're a good side. We know that going, but I don't know. It's a bit early to talk about title contentions with them.
How did you see the battle between Dan Biggar and Johnny Sexton?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was focusing on the front, what was happening up front. We had enough on our plate to worry about that. We were looking at two backs, mate. So.
Fair enough. What about, though, the performance of a couple of the youngsters in your team? Sam Underhill up front, Owen Watkin behind the scrum. Neither looked out of place. Both had some great moments, I thought. Yeah,
look, I think, we had three pretty young guys in that pack today, and I think, Rory and Sam up front have taken a lot out of that. I think they've both done really well and learnt a lot. And again, Owen coming in has done really well. I think he took a couple of opportunities in there and nice little line breaks. And so again, it's pleasing for those guys. I guess what we've got to make sure as a group is that we keep working hard to make, when these guys step in, that they can do their jobs, do them efficiently, and not have to worry about too many other things. And I think for large parts we did that tonight, but didn't quite get the result.
Clermont come into the Liberty Stadium next week on the back of a victory in Bordeaux, which takes them to the top of your European group. What will you be looking to build on from your first match against Clermont? Yeah,
well, again, I think it's probably going to be a little bit, we're looking at the game, I guess, a wee bit differently. We're at home. Again, they've got to travel to us. They're a big side, good side. But again, we've just got to make sure we're clear on how we want to play and how we think we can beat them. Again, it's just making sure that during the week we prepare to be able to execute on game day. And again, we take learnings from tonight that when it counted, we didn't quite nail it.
Yeah, it's almost knockout rugby from now on for you, isn't it, in Europe?
Oh, it is, absolutely, isn't it? I mean, I think 14-12, whoever wins this game on Friday night is in a pretty good shot, aren't they? So again, we've got to win the next two games, and that's pretty much that.
Are Clermont one of those sides that travel well or not? On the evidence of their match in Exeter, they can prove a little bit unpredictable.
Yeah, look, I think you've got to take the weather conditions in. Exeter, there was a hell of a wind coming down the field. I don't think they prepared well enough for that. And I think they couldn't quite win the set piece ball that they needed to. But look, they're a good team, mate, and they can hurt you from anywhere. So they're going to come and turn up on a pretty good surface out here, and hopefully the weather's good. Then they'll want to play, I've no doubt.
And the sort of chances of Dan Lydiot and Josh Matavesi coming back in?
Again, just day-to-day situations with those two players. So, obviously as a group we want those guys on the field, but we've got to do what's right for them first. And if they're not ready to play and their body's not right, well then we won't be putting them out there. So again, it's just a matter of seeing how to respond to the treatment, their daily treatment and their their rehab stuff. So we'll just see how it goes.
Chris, how much will the likes of Sam Underhill and Rory Coleman benefit from that game?
Yeah, I think hugely, Mark. I think you look at you look at a couple of the line-out options that Rory called early on, and Devon was right on his shoulder. I just talked to him in the shed after the game just about what he's learnt there, and it's just about making sure he's clear and where the guys are around him defensively and moving big guys like Devon around. So he's learnt a little bit from that tonight. But I thought physically he stepped up. We put it on him to step up, and I thought he did in large parts did really well. I mean, Sam going up against Sean O'Brien, I think that's a hell of a contest, and Sean's not bad, is he? So I think Sam's done some pretty good stuff out there tonight. He's stuck his tackles, and other than one sort of penalty, he's done pretty good. So he'll grow and he'll learn from that experience.
Physically, he's at 19 as well. He's
Yeah.
a little specimen. He's hard to believe he's a teenager at the moment.
Yeah, again, he works really hard, and he has done for a long time. Before he came to us, he's got a hell of a training record and a work ethic. So he works really hard to keep himself in that shape, and I think it's good. It's good in it. He can put it around as a young kid. He loves the contact and physical side of it. So it's pleasing for us.
Has he got a dot of Welsh blood?
I don't know, mate. But we'll find it somewhere.
Talk about him out for 3 years.
Yeah, did you think the difference was Leinster were that much more clinical?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, mate. I thought, I think that went to 12 rounds, and at the 11th round, I thought they put us away. And again, you give a couple of soft tries away against this team, so that cross-field kick where they've scored when we've defended the drive and then they've kicked across, that gives them the lead. We've worked really hard to build to get that back. We've got in close, and we've kept that. We've kept the fight on for a long time, and then bang, 2 soft tries, and the score blows out. So again, it's pretty disappointing. But they are a clinical team. We knew that. But again, we thought we had what it took tonight to beat them, and all we did was a couple of key moments. We switched out, and they've hurt you.
How far away is How far away is we squared at the moment, Chris? Do you see him for the end of the month?
No, I don't know, mate. I don't. I mean, again, he's a week-to-week prospect. He's recovering really well. He's doing well as Webby does, But whether or not he's going to be able to play before the end of the month, that might be a bit of a stretch, mate.
Last sort of note, really. How difficult will it be now to finish in the top 4? And are you really praising your goals to make the top 6?
Well, I think first and foremost in the Pro 12, you've got to finish in the top 6 to qualify for Europe. And look, every team wants to be in Europe. That's where it's at, and I think that's a key marker for any team, and for us, there's no difference. Again, it is going to be tight, mate. We're going to have to win pretty important games. We've got, like, for example, going out to Munster, we're going to have to win that game if we want to be, realistic chances. But look, we'll just take every game as it comes. You just don't know what's around the corner. Some of these teams, like the Scarlets and stuff, with a few of their injuries, they might, who knows what's going to happen in that window. So we just got to keep making sure we get our performances to get the results we want, and then we'll see how we go from there. But reasonably disappointing night for us. But again, this is one of those things, and we just got to keep moving forward.
So how difficult is it to sort of leave Alan Jones and Justin on the bench, knowing how well they've played, also how much they've got to play for the rest of the season?
Exactly right, and then it is always a difficult situation. But for us, we've always talked about putting the player at the centre of this discussion, and the right thing to do was to give these guys a break. They've, both those players play every time they pull the Ospreys shirt on. They give 100%, no less. And we can't expect them to play every game for us, every game for Wales, and then come back and keep fresh all the time. So at some point, we've got to do what's right by them, and we think that's what we've done this week. From a coaching perspective, you'd love to have these guys every week, but we think we've done what's right. They're definitely feeling fresher for it, and again, we'll see how that benefits for us on Friday.